Hello, hello. Stephanie Zima here again with Walk It Free, where we heal, connect, and level up. So, talking to you about why overthinking is costing you money and what to do instead. Now, overthinking is something that I describe as when you have your computer open and there's all these different tabs, right now I'm looking at my computer. I have one, two, three, four, five, probably 15 tabs open. When all these tabs are open and data is happening back and forth, and some are playing maybe a video and some are like trying to download certain things, eventually the more tabs you're opening, the easier everything is going to freeze. So the entire computer gets slower and is having a little bit of a lag time. That is exactly what is happening in your brain. So if you are having too many different distractions, you maybe have a full-time job, you have your business, you have your children, you have school stuff, you have homework situations, you have whatever it is you got going on in your life. You have to figure out what to buy for Christmas. You have to figure out how to wrap the presents. You have to figure out how to even shop for the food, what to cook. Like we all, the mental load, in addition to what we're trying to achieve with our business, is insane for many of us. If you have all of that, these different projects, I call them, open at all times, you are going to freeze up. And that is what your overthinking is. That is why you cannot sleep at night. That is why you are constantly spinning your wheels. You are constantly having thoughts that are ramping over and over and over and draining your battery, your energy away from you. If you want to change that, what you need to do instead is you need to get more strategic in what do I want to pay attention to right now? What season am I in? What is this month about? What is my goal for this month? What is my intention for today? You have to get very strategic. You have to get really clear about your life, so to speak, right? You have to close some of those tabs. Some of these tabs may not be important right now. See, if you're in the winter season in Christmas, you do not need to worry about cleaning the pool and how to fix a pool pump at this moment. It's not something that should be even on your radar. And I mean, that's a very obvious example. You have to identify what is keeping your brain going all the time. Take all of that information and put it on a white piece of paper. Put it all down there. And do not judge these thoughts that are coming into your brain. Just write them all down, put them all on a piece of paper. And from this piece of paper, you are then going to start identifying, does this matter to me right now? Is this important? You have categories. You have your business, you have your private life, you have um, your relationships, you have your parenting. Put these life categories in place on this piece of paper and then start moving these puzzle pieces in order of importance. Okay? When you have that done, you can then sit down in the beginning of a month, you can take a look and say, okay, this is all what I need to do this month. This is exactly what I need to do this week. And this is what I need to do today to achieve the goal that I need to have. Now, this does not only work for business people, this works for everyone. This works for relationships, this works for your child. You should teach your child how to do the very same thing. Because you know how many, I was just talking to somebody about this. Coming up to middle school, for example, right? These kids, these preteens, and even the teenagers going into high school, they have so much anxiety, and the anxiety is because they are not prepared, they're not planning, they're not clear, and it's already starting there where there's just too much overwhelm. So you need to get a handle on that. You need to figure out all these different things. What do I need to worry about? Yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday? I feel like somebody was asking me for a plan. they were asking me something of like, okay, what are we doing then? What are we doing in this time? And everybody was coming up and I said, hold please. I'm thinking 10 minutes ahead, 15 minutes ahead. And that is how I master really overwhelming, super stressful situations. I always basically laser sharp focus in on what do I need to do right now? What is my next small little step? Because when my life imploded on me, right? When my mother died and I came home and there's a lot of stuff that was happening, um, I had so much pain that I needed to deal with. My daughter got diagnosed with cancer, and we had all these doctor's appointments. Yet I also had the other kids. Like that didn't stop. That life didn't stop. I couldn't just focus in on one. It was just so much. It was so much. That's what I used. That exact strategy. I used that at that moment. Like, what is important right this second? What do I need to do? What is happening? And I developed this ability to siphon through all the stuff that's going on. And that is why I don't get crushed, okay? When life hits me, and I always say roll with the punches. And sometimes you duck, and sometimes you stand, and sometimes you push back. But roll with the punches. Get them all in, put it all on a piece of paper, organize it, and figure it out one small step at a time. And even put people on hold. Say, hold please, 1 second. My dear friend was always saying that. I love it. It's so, I've been using it ever since. Ever since I've heard it from her. Hold please. I'm like, hold please. This is fantastic. And then I literally tackle just one small little step because I cannot control what's in back of me. I cannot control my past. I use my past not to roll around it in excuses. I use my past to make sense of certain things. I am aware. I'm creating awareness so I can learn from it. I am not using the past to roll around it or use it as an excuse. I use the past to find out what's been going on. How am I going to go about it? Yada, yada, yada. Okay. And then from that point on, then the present moment is what I can do something now. Presently, right now, I am talking to you. Presently, right now, I can help you get your overwhelm under control. In the future, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Neither do you. We cannot say that. We can anticipate certain things. We can say, well, we would like this X, Y, and Z to happen, and it may happen and it may not be happening. What we can do, however, is we can anticipate something to happen, figure out what steps should we take right now to make it happen. That's your manifestation, by the way. You need to focus on it, realize what needs to happen, and then think about it all the time because it influences your actions. You are starting to take action. You're starting to do something. And that is what you need to do. Focus on the present moment only. One small step, one small thing at a time. That is how you're going to get from overwhelm, from overthinking into the action that actually will bring you money. When you're wanting to build a business, right? You are in this, you recognize the fact that an online business is going to give you money. If you tackle lead generation and customer service and marketing and everything in marketing, I mean, attraction marketing and action marketing and content creation and branding and podcasting and omnipresent presence of the whole technology and the skills and how to grow your social media. If you do all these different things together, if you're all putting it together, you are going to fail because you're going to start throwing little pebbles against the wall. You're doing small little things all over the place, and you are not going to get where you need to go because you're not taking enough consistent action. Now, if you recognize that right now I need an audience, I need people to hear what I have to say, I need to make sure that people understand where I'm standing and what I can do. When you have that, you know your action plans, lead generation, and content creation is the goal. This is the goal, to grow yourself, to grow your audience, to grow the people that are into what you have to say. And you ignore everything else, everything else. You've got to ignore everything else. I don't care how many people are following me. I don't care how many views I get. I don't care about any of that. I keep telling myself, I show up, I do my truth, I tell everybody what I know, and the right people will be attracted at some point. And that is what I do. And once you have that, now you take the next step. Once you're comfortable with that, you can take the next step. Always just do the next right thing. But the moment you recognize that you are not taking action on your goals, you've got to back up a little bit and say, wait a minute, hold on, please. What do I need to heal? What is keeping me from it? Is it my imposter? Is it my fear? Is it, you got to see what is keeping me from this. Once you do that, that's when you are going to be able to learn, heal, connect again, and keep going. Okay? All right. That's how you make money, my friends, by the way. That's how you build a solid foundation of a super successful, happy life, because you can build anything. You can build that empire. You can build that team. You can, do whatever it is you want to do. It all starts with you feeling happy, satisfied, and capable of taking the actions. Without actions, you're dead in the water. You're not going to even make it. And I refuse to believe that 80% of people are all not capable of doing it. I think you are very capable of doing it. If you want to. If you want to and you are showing up to put the work in, you are going to be able to make it. Okay? All right. Have a great day. We'll see you on Monday. I'm going to take off tomorrow, Sunday. I'm not going to work on Sundays because we need one day of rest. Okay. I'll see you all on Monday. Have a good night.